When you are buried in debt and are looking to dig yourself out, you might have looked into debt payoff strategies like the snowball method, the avalanche method, or even debt consolidation. But if your situation is particularly dire, these strategies may not be enough. If your financial situation has changed, you simply may not be able to manage the debt you currently have, no matter how many lattes you cut out of your life. In this video, we're going to give you a side-by-side comparison of debt management plans, debt settlement, and declaring bankruptcy. Each of these options comes with its own advantages and disadvantages. The best choice depends on your specific financial situation. It will depend on the amount and type of your debt, as well as your income, assets, and long-term financial goals. That's why we would recommend consulting a financial professional before you make your final decision. They can look at the details of your situation and help you chart the best path for you. Let's start with debt management plans, or DMPs as they're commonly called. A debt management plan is a structured repayment program administered by a credit counseling agency. It's a good option for people who can still afford to repay their debts in full, but are struggling with high interest rates and multiple monthly payments. The agency negotiates with your creditors to lower your interest rate, waive late fees, and sometimes re-age accounts to get past due accounts current. Then you make a single manageable monthly payment to the credit counseling agency. The agency distributes the funds to your creditors. The pros of debt management plans include that it is less damaging to your credit. After all, you are ultimately paying off your debt. DMPs typically keep you out of court and out of collections because you agree on a plan with your creditors. DMPs can also lower your interest costs if they can successfully negotiate lower rates. And credit counseling agencies often give educational support. The cons of a DMP include it doesn't reduce your overall principal that you owe. DMPs also only work for unsecured debt, like credit card balances and personal loans. Creditors aren't forced to participate either, although most do. Finally, DMPs require you to have consistent income in order to make the monthly payments. What is debt settlement? Debt settlement is a process where you or a company you hire negotiates with your creditors to pay off your debt for less than the full amount owed. Why would a company agree to do that? Because you stop making your monthly payments. Instead, you will be making your payments into a special savings account. Eventually, your creditors might come to the conclusion that getting some money out of you is better than getting no money out of you. With the accumulated money in the savings account, you can negotiate a reduced payoff amount. The pros of debt settlement include that the process can reduce the overall amount that you pay, and it can often happen more quickly than completing a DMP. Depending on your debt and how much you can contribute, a debt management plan could be 3 to 5 years, while debt settlement usually takes between 2 and 4 years. The cons of debt settlement include that it will severely damage your credit. Going delinquent on your loans will drive your credit score well below 400. If you use a company, debt settlement can also be costly. Most firms will charge you between 20 and 25% of the enrolled debt, regardless of how much they actually save you. And there could be other fees as well. You could also have to pay taxes on the forgiven amount. The IRS considers forgiven debt to be income. There is also no guarantee of success. Creditors might refuse to settle with you, and they might even sue you for non-payment. Bankruptcy is the most dramatic of these options. There are 2 types of bankruptcy that is available to people who need relief from their debts. Chapter 7, also known as liquidation, and Chapter 13, or debt reorganization. The courts will do a means test to determine which option you are eligible for. Chapter 7 is for people who do not have enough income to repay their debts. It's especially common for people who do not have a steady income. A court-appointed trustee may sell non-exempt assets to pay creditors. After that, remaining unsecured debts are then discharged. The pros of Chapter 7 include that it can provide immediate relief. Filing Chapter 7 stops all collection efforts, wage garnishments, and foreclosure proceedings. It can also discharge most unsecured debt. The process can also be relatively fast. It could be completed within 6 months. The cons of Chapter 7 include that you will lose non-exempt assets like second homes, jewelry, savings accounts, and inheritances. The process will also do severe damage to your credit, and it will remain on your credit file for up to 10 years. While you could improve your credit during that time, there might be some creditors who will automatically deny anyone with a bankruptcy on their file, so you might have limited credit availability. Finally, not all debt is dischargeable. You can't get rid of child support, alimony, back taxes, or federal student loans. Chapter 13 bankruptcy is for individuals with sufficient incomes. With Chapter 13, you get to keep all of your assets, but your debts will be restructured. A court-appointed repayment plan will require you to make payments for 3 to 5 years. The pros obviously include the fact that you can keep all your assets and it will protect you from foreclosure or repossession. The cons is that it will take time to clear your debt. Chapter 13 bankruptcy will remain on your credit for 7 years, and you will have to repay more of your debts. Here is a detailed comparison of the different options. DMPs will reduce your debt the least of the options, but will also have the least damage to your credit score. Bankruptcy will linger on your credit report the longest, especially Chapter 7. DMPs will have the fewest fees. Chapter 7 can resolve the issue in a matter of months rather than years. Bankruptcy provides the strongest legal protections. Debt settlement will almost certainly have tax implications, and only bankruptcy will address secured debt. Feel free to pause the video if you want to study the table, or you can see the full table on our website. The link will be in the description below. These are pretty drastic steps to take to resolve your debt, so please consult a financial professional about what options would be best for you. But hopefully this video gives you a rough idea of the different options. At the Yukon Project, we want to help everyone live their best financial lives. If you think these options are more dramatic than you need, you can visit us at our website. There you can find a debt payoff calculator that can show you how 5 different debt payoff strategies would play out in your situation. If you found this information helpful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us out, and we appreciate it. Thanks for watching.